Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com, and today we'll be taking a look at Party Bandimals from Glass Shoe Games. It comes in this nice little tin. You could put Altoids in it or something, but then where would you put the game? Unless you had a really big Altoids tin to put the cards in. What am I talking about? Let's take a look at Party Bandimals. Party Bandimals is a band management game where your goal is, as a band manager, is to get 11 points in front of you. It's very much a game that relies on pretty brutal and cutthroat take that mechanics. For 2 to 4 players, a game can last anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes for ages 8 and up. So definitely on the kid friendly side. How Party Bandimals goes: each player, I'll set up a 2-player game, would get 3 cards. And on your turn, you take a look at the cards you have, and you're going to draw a card. So you have 4. Anyway, so what you can do on your turn is you can play negative cards, and only negative cards for the most part, in your opponent's band. So negative cards go to your opponent's band, and then positive cards will go to your hand, your band. I'm going to keep saying band and hand interchangeably. So just forgive me now, or I don't know, or decide that you're not going to forgive me, but it's going to happen. I'm sorry. So what you have to weigh out is, am I better off giving my opponent a negative or giving myself, let's say, Brittany, 5 points? The object of the game is to get 11 points for all the cards you have in your band in front of you. So starting off with 5 is pretty good. Also have a card called Mom's Here, which is no bad musicians can be played until your next turn. So you would just sort of discard that one, and then that means no one can play a bad musician, which means your opponents. 2-player, I mean the other player could not, but if you were playing more than 2 people, no one could play a bad musician on anyone until your next turn. I'll probably play Brittany, but then there are some cards that'll get you. The game is quite brutal. The second player, okay, see this right here, I have a play when drawn card. If you have these in your hand when you start, you're supposed to swap them out because they're meant to be played when drawn from the deck, not played right from your hand. Okay, so I'm going to draw another card. So I have 4. Let's see, I have Grimes, who's worth -2. Ant Malfunction. Cancel any card another player played on their turn. So this is the danger, because I played Brittany, which is worth 5 points, which is it's nice. It's a lot. If somebody plays Ant Malfunction, that will cancel that card right out. Sometimes you have to figure out, like, well, should I play that at the end in order to get 11 plus and then just win the game? You know, it can get kind of crazy. Fast Tempo. You may play your entire hand. That's kind of nuts. And then we have the Dad Bought Tickets. Starting with you, everyone draws a card and then plays it. Some interesting cards here. I don't know what I would do here. I'd probably just play the -2 onto the first player, thereby giving them a score of 3. And so on and so forth. And then they would take their other turn, they would draw back up. Mike is 2, no bad musicians. So I might just play that card. So that way I have 6. That player's second turn, and draw back up. Play when drawn. Here we are. Band manager. See how this all just comes together? It all just lined up right there. Take any musician and play from someone else and play it in your hand. So obviously I'm gonna, you see, I did it. I said hand, but it says band. So I would obviously take Brittany, because why would I not? And then I just discard that. My turn. So that is sort of how Party Bandimals plays. I wasn't wild about the art at first, but it definitely grew on me. Like, it's goofy, and that's fine. We can use a little goofiness, right? That also looks a little. Anyway, what do I like about Party Bandimals? I like the simplicity of it. There is some strategy in terms of what cards you play when, but a lot of it is just chance. It's just what you draw, what you happen to have, and what you can play. It's mechanically, it's pretty simple. It's a good take that mechanic game. If you want something where you are definitely, I guess if you're leading into a game that is maybe a little more calming or relaxing, and you want to get some of that competitive aggression, if that's a thing you would have with people you play games with, this would be a good game to use. because the Take That it's real. If you like Take That, this is the Take That game. Let me tell you. And some of these cards, like the Band Manager, just brutal here. And there's a good mix of special cards that just mix things up, where you can switch hands with other people, steal a car from other people. It's all in there. It's a good game for kids because a little bit of math in it, which is, that's good for the kiddos. Things I wasn't wild about, like I mentioned earlier, initially I was not really wild about the art, but it definitely grew on me, and it fits. It's a game about collecting weird animals and or mythical creatures with numbers on them to score 11 points. So it's goofy. It's supposed to be goofy, lighthearted. It makes sense. That is Party Bandimal from Glass Shoe Games. I'd recommend this one. It's quite fun.